We are talking the procedure of grievance procedure. In the initial step, you will understand and acknowledge the grievance. Then in the second step, you will define. In third step, you will get all the details, all the facts. Actually, what is the problem? Then in fourth step, you will actually act on that. You will analyze and decide. Then last, you will follow. You are following whether that decision, what you gave, actually solving the problem, is reach the person or not. So this is the procedure generally for all type of grievance. Then we plan to discuss few steps to understand how you are going to address the grievance. So it depends on the grievance, the type of complaint, the organization culture is doing what will understand some practice generally company follows. Proactive method of addressing grievance. So these are the methods some company follows. Generally, suppose exit interview. Exit interview कौन तुम्हारे organization ने resign करचा छाड़ी की जाऊचा तो आज तुम्हारा last working day तुम छाड़ी की जाऊचा मैनेजमेंट तुमको पचारुची कि भाई एचआर मैनेजर जी तुम्हारा रिक्रूटर सी तुम पचारुची कहीं की जाऊचा कौन जाऊचा तुम्हें तुम्हें हुए तो बेटर अपॉर्चुनिटी पाइथिबो किंबा कौन मैं गोटे छाड़ी की जाऊचा but you are going to tell lot of things. ଯେତେବେଳେ ତମେ ଗୋଟେ ଅର୍ଗାନାଇଜେସନ କାମ କରୁଛ ତମେ ସେତେବେଳେ ଅନେକ କଥା କୁହ ନା. You are not feeling, you are not opening up lot of things when you are working. When you are leaving organization, ତମେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଯାଉଛ ଛାଡିକି ଯୋଉ କଥାଟା ତମେ କେବେ କହିନ ହୁଏତ ତମେ କହିଦେଇପାର. ତେଣୁ ମ୍ୟାନେଜମେଣ୍ଟ କ'ଣ କରିବେ, ଏକ୍ଜିଟ୍ ଥ୍ରୁ ଏକ୍ଜିଟ୍ ଇଣ୍ଟରଭ୍ୟୁ ଦେ ଆର୍ କଲେକ୍ଟିଂ ଦ ଇନଫର୍ମେସନ what people are thinking, they are getting the pulse of the employee. ତମେ ଯଦି ଛାଡିକି ଯାଉଛ ତମେ ତମର ମ୍ୟାନେଜର ତମର ସୁପରଭାଇଜର ପାଖରେ ତମର ଡିସ୍କସନ କରୁଛ ୟୁ ନୋ ତମେ ଆଜି ଛାଡିକି ଯିବ, ତମେ କମ୍ପାନୀରେ କିଛି ତମର ନାହିଁ, ତେଣୁ ତମେ ତମ ମୁହଁରେ ଯାହା ଆସିବ ତମେ କହିଦବ କ'ଣ କ'ଣ ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ ଅଛି, ପିଲାମାନେ କ'ଣ ଏକ୍ସପେକ୍ଟ କରୁଛନ୍ତି, କ'ଣ ଡିସ୍କସ କରୁଛନ୍ତି, by telling everything. So that is one method of addressing. So that what will happen in this exercise, in this process, the management, whoever is the representative of companies, of organization, they came to know all these things through you, through exit interview. So exit interview is one method where you are understanding the pulse of the employee, pulse of the company, what people are thinking, what people are talking, discussing. So otherwise you will not know a lot of things. So some company, they use that as a tool. Gripe box system. Gripe box system you have seen, that is complaint box, typically complaint box. अनेक जगह थाए गोटे लोकेशन थिबो जोन तमे जोडे सपोज तमे गोटे satisfied नो तमरो वर्क एनवायरनमेंट पई किंबा तमरो फूड नै कि तमरो मशीन नै कि that this particular machine is not very new, it's the old machine, replace the machine. Suppose that is a complaint you want to raise, you are working on that machine and you know organization can do this, but they are not doing because no one is complaining. So you can raise a complaint. through writing. Suppose you don't have that guts to discuss or say something. You are writing your complaint and putting in the box. So some company they install a box inside the office where people can come and write their complaint and inside. So you must have seen in the hospital, the transportation box, in the flight, in the train, there is a complaint box. So where you can complain. So that is gray box system. Some company follow that system. Opinion survey. Opinion survey is something where you conduct a survey, you ask the people what they're thinking. Suppose in your organization there 1,000 people are working. So you ask all these 1,000 people, you conduct a survey and put a question where everyone is answering. So out of 1,000, you got answer. Let's say 600-700 is positive, 200-300 is negative. So you got some answer. So from the maximum people or from the entire people, whoever has answered to that survey. So some company they follow that tool survey. Meeting is also another tool. Some company they follow. Meeting means discussion. Like we understood collective bargaining. That is one type of discussion, one type of negotiation, one type of meeting. So in the meeting, in the discussion, so you can resolve few things. Suppose you are talking, discussing with the people and the same person who has complained is something related to that. That person is raising a complaint. You are resolving that, or you can arrange a meeting with that person, whoever whoever raised that complaint, that grievance. So some company they believe in that, they discuss openly with the person who is raising the complaint or raising the grievance. So meeting is one tool. Open door policy. Open door policy means it depends on the organization culture. In some organization, the top management, the owner will allow the employee to talk directly. ତମର ଗୋଟେ ପ୍ଲାନ୍ ଅଛି କଣ, ମୁଁ ଯଦି ମ୍ୟାନେଜର, ମୁଁ ଯଦି ଅର୍ଗାନାଇଜେସନର ମାଲିକ ବା ଏମ୍ପ୍ଲୟର, ମୁଁ ଯଦି ଚାହିଁବି ହଁ ଯାହାର ଯାହା ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ ଅଛି ସମସ୍ତେ ନିଜେ ନିଜେ ଆସିକି କହିବେ. Any time you can go to the room of the top executive and tell your complaint. If you have that culture in the organization, you can reach. That is open door policy. In some organization, you can reach to the top level. You have a lot of restrictions. You have to go through with that protocol, go to the security, take the pass, or go to some administration procedure. In some organization, it is very open. You can go and talk to anyone you want. So that is open door policy. That most of the organization adopting that because that really resolves a lot of issues. That is one method, one policy to address the grievance. Open door policy. Step ladder policy. Step ladder policy is another thing, is a very popular policy. All these things we'll discuss in detail. Suppose you have a problem. First thing what you will do, you will go with you will complain with your immediate supervisor, either lead, if your department head. Then if it is not going to resolve, then we will report to your location head, who is the superior escalate, who is the manager of your manager, who is, so you'll go one step above to that level, then another step above. So from one step to other step to other step to other step. So you have timelines. Suppose you are giving a complaint to your immediate boss. So immediate supervisor should address you. There is a timeline. So within 48 hours, I think. Then if that is not going to be addressed, you are not satisfied with that level, then we are going to one step above his boss. So that will be a timeline, maybe 72 hours, 3 days. Then we will go to the company head. That will be 7 days, something like that. So that is step ladder policy. So you are going step by step to address your grievance. We'll go through and read it in detail. Next thing is we'll understand form of grievance. So what are the different types? Form means you can say type. We kind of discussed what are the types, what are those. This is something related to that. Factual grievance. Factual means it depends on the actual fact. Actually, complaint happened. A factual grievance arises when the legitimate needs of the employees remain unfulfilled. Example is wage hike. Wage hike has been agreed but not granted. Management, the owner ତମକୁ କହିଛି ତମର ଏଇ ବର୍ଷ ତମର salary ବଢିବ 10% hike ଦେବ କିନ୍ତୁ ବର୍ଷେ 2 ବର୍ଷ 3 ବର୍ଷ ହେଇଗଲାଣି ଦେଇନି. So that is a factual grievance. They have committed something but they have not fulfilled. So you are dissatisfied. So that kind of grievance is based on the facts. Whatever they committed, they have not promised. Then another type of grievance is imaginary grievance. Imaginary grievance is when you imagine something. Maybe not true, but you are in a perception that is true. Suppose ତମେ ଗୋଟେ ଜାଗାରେ କାମ କରୁଛ, ତମର ଗୋଟେ ଜାଗାରେ ଯାହା ତମର ସ୍କିଲ୍ ଅଛି, କ୍ୱାଲିଫିକେସନ୍ ଅଛି. Based on that, you are getting a salary. For your work, you are getting, let's say, 20,000 salary. ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଡିପାର୍ଟମେଣ୍ଟରେ ତମରି ଭଳିଆ ଲୋକ ତମରି ସ୍କିଲ୍ ତମରି କମ୍ପିଟେନ୍ସି ଏକା ଭଳିଆ କାମ କରୁଛି. You think he is getting more than what you are getting. So ତାକୁ ମିଳୁଛି ତମେ 25,000 salary. ତମେ ମନେ ମନେ ଭାବୁଛ. ତମେ ସେଠୁ ଡିସାଟିସ୍ଫାକ୍ସନ ଆସିବ ତମ ମନରେ. ମତେ ଏତେ କାମ କରିକି 20,000 ମିଳୁଛି, ତାକୁ କିନ୍ତୁ 25,000 ମିଳୁଛି. But that is not true. ହୁଏତ ସେଇ ଲୋକ ବି 20,000 ପାଉଥିବ. You are thinking that he is getting 25,000. But that type of grievance is imaginary grievance. You are dissatisfied, you are giving a complaint, or whatever, you are demotivated. So that is imaginary grievance. You are thinking, you have a perception that that person is getting more than my salary. Just like that is a saying, the other side of grass is green. ତମକୁ ଲାଗୁଛି ଯେ ତମେ କମ ପାଉଛ, ସେ ବେଶୀ ପାଉଛି. That is your perception. That is imaginary grievance. Another is discussed grievance. That is something you don't know why you are dissatisfied. An employees may have dissatisfaction for the reason that unknown to himself. ତମେ ନିଜେ ଜାଣିନ ତମେ କାହିଁକି dissatisfied. For some reason you are not satisfied in the work in the organization. It could be the level of motivation, level of help you are getting, a training you are getting, or the team members, or your supervisor, or the work you are not happy. You don't know why you are not happy, but you are not happy. That is a kind of dissatisfaction or grievance. That is disgust grievance. And employees may have dissatisfaction for the reason that are unknown to himself. It is mainly due to unfulfillment of psychological needs. Psychological needs means the main thing is job satisfaction. You are not happy with the work, you are not happy with the salary, you are not happy with the team. So it could be anything, you are not satisfied. So these are the different forms of grievance: actual grievance, imaginary grievance, discussed grievance. Then we'll understand what are the different methods of grievance handler. Suppose we read step down approach or open door policy. We'll go through in detail for all these methods or all this approach, what management is requiring or needing to address the grievance. So in a high level, these are different policy, but we'll go through it. What is the impact? Suppose you are dissatisfied, you are not happy. So who are impacted? It is impacting you, it is impacting the organization, it is impacting the production, it is impacting the management. So grievance management is one big concept. We'll read some important theory, important approach in the next class. Tomorrow is Sunday, next class is Monday. We'll meet on Monday. Same time, morning, I'll send the meeting invite. Thank you. Attendance you give me in the chat box.